Are you a buyer that is holding a budget of 1.3 million to 1.5 million and is unsure what you can get in this range? With more than 50 new launches all around Singapore today, how and what will constitute a good buy? So in today's episode, I will be uncovering some tips on how we can spot undervalued property or worth buys, so please stay watch on. Hello everyone, I'm Carissa, but before we go to that, I would like to invite you to like and subscribe to my channel as it means a lot to me. Well, I think one of the major key factors in buying a property is about mitigating our risk. But how do we ensure what we are buying is safe? And today, I'll be using projects in D23 as comparison. Now, I'm going to zoom in into two projects in D23 for comparison. One is new launch Eco Century and resale is Treehouse. So back then, Eco Century was transacted at 1045 PSF at almost the same price tag as Treehouse. That also means that new and old being in the same price point. Fast forward today, resale Treehouse grown by 40% and Eco Century by a whopping 60%. Which now we can clearly see that the new launch made more eventually. So let's say, for example, a brand new pair of LV shoes and a 1-year-old LV shoe is going at the same price. Which one will you buy? And which one will worth more 2 years down the road? So obviously it's the new one, right? So if today a resale Midwood is going at 1995 PSF and Hill Heaven at 2078 PSF, which is a mere 4% price difference, where is your risk for a 4% gap when the norm is at 30%? Another crucial point here is, if we compare it with the new launches in D23, a 829 square feet unit in Botany at Dairy Farm was transacted at 1.6 million and the Miss at almost 1.55 million. So now, if a new launch is going at the price tag of a resale and yet lower than the surrounding new launch, again, where is your risk? So breaking down it in numbers for you, if I get a unit at Hill Heaven at 1.379 million and assuming you are just going to sell it at the buying price of Miss and Botany, potentially we are looking at 170 or 220k profit. In summary, point to note here is that number one, if the resale versus new is going at the same price. Number two, new versus new, you are entering lower than your surrounding transacted new launches. Number three, if the market price goes back to the norm of 30% price gap. Looking at the above factors, isn't it obvious it's an opportunity? Buying a property is to understand where we are buying into and make our own analysis to better understand our propositions and mitigate our risks. That's all I have for today, folks. If you're unsure of the project you're looking at is a good buy, please feel free to reach out to me on the number shown below. Once again, I'm Carissa and I'll see you soon.